All praises to Yahweh. All praises to Yahweh Shai. All praises for the Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone that have been and continue to teach the true gospel. Salute to the Akim spreading the true gospel on the streets and lanes of the city, on the highways and hedges, and on the World Wide Web. Much love to Helmo Akwath, who learned science with all subjection and are in righteous order under the men of Yahweh Yahweh Shai. This is the brother Raza from the Church of Philadelphia camp. And hey, the Lord just put in my spirit to go into measuring the time diligently and what the men of the Lord are actually doing. And you got, you got people in this world that think this thing is just going to last forever. Right? This kingdom. Babylon the Great, aka America, Esau's rulership is going to be forever. As if any kingdom has lasted forever. But you've drunk so much of the wine of his philosophies that hey, you believe everything he say. But if you notice, he's hanging on for dear life for his rulership because he's falling and falling fast. That's why it says in the scriptures, Babylon is falling. Right? So, and Jake, Jake think he's going to continue to build himself in here. Right? Trying to figure out how he can continue in this kingdom, in this society. And society is ready to collapse because Yahweh Bashim Shai is ready to end it. Because he set the bounds that he can't cross. And it's that time. And true men of the Lord will not be at that number. And the brothers that are like-minded, hey, we're measuring the time diligently. That's why we're talking about all these prophecies just coming to pass. And coming to pass from the Bible, not necessarily what we say, because we're reading from the Bible. We're not speaking our own thoughts, right? We're speaking prophecy from the Bible and our teachers before us, right? And their teachers before them, right? So this isn't something that just happened yesterday, And if you looked at tapes from the 70s, you would see it. You could hear it, and now it's here. So all that naysaying is gone because it's here. Everything getting kicked off right in the so-called Middle East, as the scripture has said. Not just from, again, our thoughts, but what the scriptures have said. Scriptures also said Russia's going to be that guard. And they're doing it. Supplying weapons, supplying intel. And ultimately, they're going to fire missiles. Read Ezekiel 38. And you'll see it. But that's the spirit we're in. Measuring the time diligently. And we're not like these false prophets that act like there's nothing happening. Just continue to be distracted by all this entertainment around you. Just believe that everything is going to go on like normal. But this place is about to be touched. The MOTB is about to be implemented and made mandatory. Because it's already been implemented. Now it's about to be made mandatory by some big crisis, right? Because that's their playbook. It's got to be some big crisis that they're going to solve, and that's going to be the solution. and you unfaithful are gonna be caught up in it. Even though you heard about this coming to pass, you have no faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And you take his messengers as a joke. And the Lord has always dealt with men. The Lord has always saved a remnant, and predestinated a remnant to speak the truth. On all four corners of the earth. And as where we are in our captivity, which is Babylon the Great, aka America, that's where most of us are. That's why this salvation and this destruction is going to happen here. In this land. The land of our captivity. And when you look at the past lands of our captivity and the destruction that happened to those lands, Egypt, right? Plagues, 10 plagues over Egypt, right? And destruction in that land because we were held captive. There's no coincidence this is the second Egypt, the second Exodus, right? But hey, you seeing your news reporters saying the same thing as the prophecies is lined up right with it. There's what they say. When we say the least of the flocks will draw them out, we're telling you we were saying, well, the scripture was prophesying. We were prophesying. The scripture said it. It was written that those people inhabiting the land of Israel would draw America into a war. That's been said for decades by the men of the Lord because it's been read in the scriptures. And what is the news outlet saying? And the common people are saying? Israel drew America into this war. But no coincidence. World War III is going to kick off in the Middle East. What's the headlines right now? This is the precipice for World War III. Some outlets are saying we in World War III because the scripture said it, and now the mainstream media is backing up prophecy. But you 2/3 is just too proud to say, "Hey, you was right," and we gonna say we weren't right. The scriptures is right. It's not about what we said; it's about what we're giving you from the scriptures. It's about what Yahweh Bashim Shai has written. Right? And that's our job, to measure the time diligently. So for all you camps that's also saying, hey, it ain't gonna be in our lifetime, you bugging out. You bugged out. And the Lord is making you look stupid, more stupid each day. And making you spew madness. Here we got the prophecies rolling back to back to back to back to back to back to back, and you talking that nonsense. Man, but enough of me babbling. Let's get into this precept. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And that's what the Lord has us out here doing. Measuring the time. Warning the people. Getting the blood off of our hands. Because everyone at this point has heard of the Israelites. right? It says, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, and how do you tell us? Through the scriptures, right? And gave us that spiritual eye solve to be able to break it down, to give to the people, and to wake up the elect, and to make our call and election sure, because he said, he that endured to the end, the same shall be saved. And that's what we're fighting for, that penny, to endure to the end, to be saved. Get beamed up on the fathership, you know. Lord willing, we be found worthy. Because scripture also say he's got to cut the time short or no flesh is going to be saved. And that's how Esau's acting now. He'd be ready to destroy anything and everything. Because, he knows he has his underground cities. Right? Them doomsday bunkers and underground cities. So he thinks he's going to be safe. At least a portion of his people will be safe. Because they want to depopulate the earth anyway. Even though the scripture said be fruitful and multiply. Because there is enough land for everybody. If we were able to cultivate it right. And share. But this guy is so insatiable. He's so insatiable. He thinks that there's not enough. Because he wants everything. And once he gets everything, he wants more. It's the devil the Bible speaks of. It says, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Yeah, because this is the most wicked time ever. And yeah, the sins have reached up to the heavens. Right? So he has to come and judge the world. And it's going to be righteous judgment because of the abominations and the wickedness and everything you've done for the controversy of Zion and the land and the sea and the air. Polluted everything. You're unfit ruler. And the Lord has to come down and render that judgment. It says, therefore, when thou shalt be seen earthquakes all the time, back to back, and uproars of the people in the world. So many protests have been happening around the world. Sedition among men, right? And it's intensifying, right? All over the world. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Yeah. Because the end was declared from the beginning. Right? So, hey, we're here. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. It's fast for, like as all that is made in the world had the beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. And it's manifesting. And that's why the true prophets is letting you know where we are. Now, we don't know the day or the hour, right? No man knows, not even Yahweh Shah. Yahweh himself. Yahweh Shah ready to go because he hear us sighing and crying day and night. You know? But we're going to continue to patiently wait, suffer. But the Lord's got Esau Edom in a trick bag where he think, again, he's just going to continue. And this wickedness is going to last forever. But it's not. And you're going to see the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and the power that he gives his men. Because, yeah, we will be the X-Men, the Justice League. That's us. And the Lord will give us those powers. right? Incredible powers. To be able to be saved from all these calamities that's about to take place in this place. So our bodies will be changed into the immortal. And hey, you don't have to believe me, but I believe the scriptures. So I can give a good goddamn what you believe, actually. I believe the scriptures. And my trust and my faith is in Yahweh Bashim Shai. Hey, so, before I close, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekah Kodash. Lord willing, this video is edifying to the elect. Until next time, Shalom.